my channel. I do hope you're doing well. Now, you're probably looking at this and thinking, 7 meals for nothing. Guys, we are doing a bit of a rundown and we're due to stock up the fridge and freezer. Oh, I think Dan's just coming in. There he is, bringing the bike around. And before that, we always just like to run it all down. The cupboards are still semi-filled up. There might just be like the odd thing here and there, but fridge and freezer, I will show you in a moment, is looking a little sparse. So, I don't know how. I've gone through what we have in there and I've tried to concoct 7 meals. So we do still have the 7 meals, and there's not really going to be a lot of cooking in this one. I mean, there will be a little bit. However, I'm not going to be a full-blown chef in this one. I mean, I'm probably not a full-blown chef in the others, but a lot of stuff is from the freezer. So this is going to be in no particular order. I try to do it where I put the set days and then it just doesn't happen. And then some days we might not be here. We might be at mum's. So we're just going to go with 7 meals. One of the nights we are going to have 2 of the My Protein meals. So we do have, I think there's about 6 left in there. We stock up on these when they're on offer, 8 for £30 at Iceland. I take them for lunches. They're good for a quick fix, which I think we'll probably actually end up having one tonight. There he is. We'll probably end up having one tonight because it keeps setting the doorbell off. Probably have one tonight because it's a little bit later. Dan's on a late shift and I've just finished filming myself. So we'll just have something quick and easy. Another night, I'm going to do tuna, spaghetti and broccoli. We've got a head of broccoli in there. We've got some fresh spaghetti left. We've got a couple of cans of tuna. In the cupboard, I have some tins of sweet corn. I think we've still got some fresh onion in there. So we will just chuck it together, give it a little bit of a sauce, which I don't quite know what sauce yet. Again, we have copious amounts of sauces and sachets, so we will see how we're feeling with that one. And then, does anyone else have in their freezer, I think it's a classic, the little mini round pizzas? Yes, we have some of them. So for that, we've actually still got quite a lot of salad to use. So I'm going to do a salad with it. And I'm also going to do my homemade coleslaw because we have a white cabbage, we have onion. I don't have a red cabbage for it, so it'll be minus the red cabbage, but we've got carrot. And then I have my apple cider vinegar in the cupboard. I have my honey, my Dijon mustard, my salt, pepper. We're going to have a little bit of a coleslaw night because Dan loves that. Then my protein again, but they're Indian banquet nights, and I do actually have a bag in the Chris cupboard of mini poppadoms. So I'm thinking we could have that. We're not going to buy anything. So this is literally a no spend week. So it's not like, oh, well, I'll tell you what, if we pop out and get some mango chutney for that. No, it's not going to be. Literally what we have is what we have. And then I didn't know what to call this night, but it's going to be a fingers and rice night. Probably actually with some coleslaw because I always make abundance, so there'll be some spare. When you're thinking fingers and rice, I've got a couple of sachets of the golden vegetable or chicken rice. You know, the one you put like on the hob, 20 minutes, nice lovely flavour. And fingers, we have chicken fingers and vegetable fingers in the freezer. Vegetable fingers are a staple in my freezer. They're healthy. You can eat a whole pack and not feel bad, and you're getting your 5 a day. And then on the last one, we've got some bits left over from Easter, bowie buns and prawn tempuras. Here he is coming in. I talk about food and then he appears. You alright, darling?
Yes.
And I think with that, I'm going to do a soy rice. We've still got some loose basmati rice. Whack a bit of soy in. You alright? Yeah. You didn't get caught in the rain?
Oh, no.
Good. Oh, okay. He's been on his push bike. So you're lucky it weren't raining because it was on and off the whole time I drove back from work today.
Oh, yeah, you can smell it in the air.
I was thinking he's going to get saturated, poor thing. But yes, a bowie buns and you right?
Yes, thank you.
And soy rice. Mwah.
You right?
He's just literally coming from work, bless
Sorry.
him.
Interrupting you.
You're not interrupting. I said we're actually not doing any spending this week for food.
Oh, no.
We're going to live off what we've got in the freezer. And I think there's a good, I've done nice dinners I'm going to do my homemade coleslaw.
Wicked.
That's all he's happy with, the coleslaw.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
I'd be happy.
I think because it's a late night, should we have a My Protein meal tonight? Because it's quick and easy. Or what are you fancying?
I don't know. It's a Thursday. I had my skier bowl, so I'm alright with that. I'm not too hungry, but I am hungry.
So just a little something.
Yeah.
I think the My Protein meal could be a good mix.
Okay.
Or we've got, I didn't know what to call it. I've done it as a fingers and rice night.
Fingers and rice night.
Because we've got chicken fingers and veg fingers in there.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to fish cakes, mustard mash and peas I've got for one night. And I can also use a little bit, I've got the parsley sauce granules in there.
Okay.
That could be a night. And then we've got, I said a classic is the little mini pizzas. They're like always in the freezer.
Oh, don't. I'm trying to be good and I'm sitting there like, well, maybe we should have that and a bit. No, stop.
We was not good. I tell you what, last night I wish I'd have filmed it for like the little... I just film random bits of the house now, so you guys are going to get a very jumbled vlog. But we was watching Gary Eats and he had a steak. We're like, okay. We then watched Leah Shatakiva and she had these 3 big burgers. And this was probably about 9:30ish. Her video finished and me and Dan sat there and it was like... And he was like, I could actually really murder a burger. I was already on Just Eat looking. So I was like, oh, really? So we then put a vlog on of Hard Rock in Florida. We all know Dan loves theme parks. And my compromise is to go to Orlando. I would really like to stay at a Hard Rock because I want to try and go. And we're going to a Hard Rock restaurant this weekend. So we was looking at Hard Rock in Orlando. Then we was looking at other parks and everything like that. And there was all this food. And then before you knew it, we'd ordered Burger King. Matey boy was knocking the door. And we're sitting there watching an American vlog, eating burgers at about 10:15 at night. And we're on like an 11-week countdown to the holiday. So if they harpoon me because they think I'm a wow,
Fuck off.
he's the bad influence there. I can't say anything. I was actually, as soon as he said I could do that, I thought, I could actually do with a Burger King as well. And I was already on Just Eat, found a deal and hey presto. And then today, I've had Dada texting me on my lunch break, can you order me Burger King, I'm starving. And then I get Mum, can you order me McDonald's, I'm starving. So between the 3 of us, I was like, Just Eat's thinking, all these addresses we're going to, what the hell are we doing?
She's been cloned.
But Mum had the double fillet of fish. I'll have to find out from her at the weekend if it was any good.
Yeah. I'll just ask her.
We're going to do there's a new menu coming out 30th of July.
Is it?
They are Milky Way McFlurry.
Oh, wow.
A chicken Big Mac.
Okay.
Chili cheese bites.
Yeah.
Very similar to Burger King. And a few more desserts.
Okay.
So in that we're going to have double fillet of fish for Dan to try. Double fillet of fish, yeah, all good. He's putting 2 fingers up at me now. So, yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm trying to sit there and having my lunch. And I'm like, can you get me this? Can you get me that? So I called Mum and I was like, what do you want? And then obviously with Mum, she's got the Ring doorbell. So when the man knocked on the door, she was like, thank you. She was like, my daughter's probably watching me on the doorbell. I've got it, Shan. I'm like, yes, I am watching you. But yes, I think it's going to be, I think it's 2, what is it now? It's 7:15. I think it's actually too late to start faffing around making coleslaw, doing soy rice, spaghetti, everything like that. I think it's going to be 2 My Protein meals. But before we do that, I'm going to give you a little overview and show you the state of my fridge and freezer. No judgment. Right, so the cupboards, we need somewhere to put all the cereal. But the cupboards in themselves are still actually quite filled. So we've still got enough of our tins. Dan's obviously got his gherkins. We've got surplus rice. They're all of the spices. And there are our sauces. I do like to stock up on sauces because, yeah, I like to have it. This is kind of like all the coffees and oaty bits and bobs. But if we have, ignore the box there, guys, we have the freezer, which the top shelf is the best filled shelf of the freezer because it's all the drinks. So we have plenty of drinks. We actually have a lot of drinks, but as you can see in here, we've got That's what Dan does with his oats. We've got some fresh spaghetti in there, parmesan, parmigiano, tuna. We've actually got some cabanas, eggs. Oh, I could actually put some eggs in my soy rice. We're going to use that up. More drinks, some leftover strawberries, and condensed milk. Now, you're probably thinking, why have you got a tub of condensed milk? Let me just quickly show you what we've been loving. I've been having my Jamaica Blue coffee, and I got this obviously when I was in Jamaica, went to the place itself, and they have it not with regular milk but with condensed milk, so hence I have condensed milk. We have some bananas. We've actually got 2 cakes. These are from Harrods when me and Mum went at the weekend, so we've got those. And then in here we actually do have quite a bit of fruit and veg. As I say, broccoli, rocket, beans, cabbage, cucumber, and I think that's just grapes and apples. Moving to this side, we like our mustards. We have a lot of mustards and a lot of sauces, so I think we will be okay. Quite empty in there. I need to put some more waters in. And then, of course, the best 2 little shelves. And then, moving over to the freezer, which, as I say, is a little sparse. So, these are the Indian banquet nights. That's one of the My Proteins. These are what I'm thinking of for the Bowie buns. We've got mini garlic Bowie buns, and we've got king prawn Bowie buns. So, we will have a look at them. Here's all the fingers and rice night. I might actually use the scampi in with the fish cakes, or we've got fish fingers, or they could actually go in a finger night too. We will see. We've got some more of the noodle pots. What have we got here? Salt and pepper, a chicken and beef burrito bowl, Cajun chicken pasta and Hunter's chicken pasta. 2 pizzas. Is this just not like a 90s dinner? It is indeed. And then we have quite a few things of peas. And we've got our tatty scones. Oh, this ice cream, fruit, ice pops, ice. And that is all of our bits and bobs ready for what we're going to do. So as I say, I definitely think it is going to be a My Protein meal night. Which ones, I'm not entirely sure. I'll see what Dan fancies when he gets out. I don't know what I'm fancying. What one am I fancying? What have we got? We've got meat feast pasta, salt and pepper meat feast noodles. Honestly, I swear by these meals. You can get little square pots, little rectangle pots, or you get the big bowls. I think the rectangle pots are 3 for 10, so you'd get 9 for 30, but the bigger pots, obviously, they're quite a lot bigger, so you get 8 for 30, which once they run down, I will be doing another stock up. So Dan is in the shower now. I will be jumping in the shower once he's out, and then we will decide what My Protein meals we're having tonight. But yeah, no spend week. Can we do it? And guys, look, my balloon is still surviving. I said to Mum, that's a bloody good balloon. Anyway, back to the food.
I'm a shy deer in the headlights. She's coming over and I'm just standing there like it's like a riptide on the inside. Keep it together, man, you could drown in those blue eyes. She said, hey you, isn't it funny how we always seem to meet at every place in town? Yeah, I must be lucky. I reply, you can't take me.
Hello, my lovelies. It is late. I'm so sorry we didn't check in yesterday. We was watching my travel vlogs. We was actually watching the Hard Rock at the Maldives. But we've just come back in from a walk, and we need something that is going to be quick and easy tonight. And I think that's going to be a fingers and rice night, to be perfectly honest. So, how many do we have? 10, 10. So that's 5. Dan's quite hungry. That's 5. That's going to be 10. I'm sure that's more than enough. We'll leave that for the other. Oh, did I just drop my thing? No. So, we're going to have fingers and rice tonight. We're going to have chicken fingers and veggie fingers, along with a bag of super rice chicken flavour. But yeah, we've just been out for a walk and it's actually a lot later than we thought. So I got back about 6:30 tonight. We left about 7 and it's now 9:15. Okay. So Dan's just gone to get some milk. I don't know why he's got milk because we're not here at the weekend. So I'm not too sure, but yeah, we are going to have chicken flavoured super rice with veggie fingers and chicken fingers. I've not locked the door. Oh. I don't think he will want the fish fingers as well. If not, you might see a hell of a lot on our own plates. But, yes. Oh, there he is. Can you get the milk?
Yes, darling.
Yeah? Oh, good. It's going to be fingers and rice tonight, yeah?
Yes, please.
Quick and easy. So while that's all cooking, we're going to jump in the showers. And then, I don't know what we're going to watch tonight. We're probably going to end up watching more travel vlogs or milk. Oh, I thought he was going to come back with Tango Ice Blast. He resisted.
I did.
You've
I did
been
look
good.
at them. I looked at them, I can't lie. And I was like,
I said we've been out like an hour and 45 walking. But it's actually been a lovely evening.
How many steps have you done today?
Oh, where's my bag? Well, you'll obviously have done a lot more than me.
that it. I've had my fat ass on forklift.
Let's have a look. He's definitely probably done more than me, guys. My steps for today, 15,895.
I don't think it'd be much more.
Oh. And that's literally just been 5,000 in the last hour and a half bit. So, yes, oven is on. I'm going to jump in the shower. You're going to jump in the shower.
20,000.
Oh, told you, a hell of a lot more than me.
Not a hell of a lot.
We've got 5 veggie, 5 chicken, rice. So that's 10 fingers
Where's the
each.
other ones? You said there was another.
I know he's. Do you want the fish fingers as well? There's 8 fish fingers, so you'd have 4 fish fingers.
Oh, I don't want fish fingers.
No, you don't want fish, so you're going to have 10 fingers.
That'll do.
5 veggie, 5 chicken.
That'll do.
Right, shower time, popping this on, pop the rice on, and then we will sit down. How did you find your meal yesterday? You had the Meat Feast Singapore noodles.
Lovely.
Weren't too bad. I had the Hunter's chicken barbecue pasta, and I said we kind of ended up looking at Hard Rock Maldives yesterday. I'm like, oh, that would be a dream. I said it's probably the only time you get me cycling on a bike.
Yeah.
Around the Maldivian Ocean. You even have to get a ferry from like the airport to the place. You have to get the ferry on it. So, yeah, what are we thinking on TV tonight?
Don't know, we'll have a look on YouTube.
Yeah.
You don't want to commit to something too much.
Yeah. Dan was going to start Stranger Things, but I think that would be a good thing to start when we're back off holiday, because then the first one comes out 27th of November, second part is 26th of December, and then the last part is 1st of January.
Okay.
Do you think we could binge all of the series in like 6 weeks? I think we
I
could.
don't think so.
Guys, if anyone's watched Stranger Things, how often can
How
we
many
binge it?
episodes is there?
We'll have to look.
What, so is it 4 seasons? 4 seasons?
4 seasons, yeah.
4 seasons. And how many episodes per season?
Oh God. That can be a scare right there. I just knocked the tray over. Jesus Christ. I'm not too sure.
Think, how long did it take us to get through Sons of Anarchy?
But that was 9 seasons at 13 episodes.
How do you
Okay, so say middle of October to end of November, that's 6 weeks. 6 times 7, 7, 14, 21, 42. So as long as there's not more than 42 episodes, we could watch one a night.
Okay.
Right, I'm actually going to look at this while Dan's in the shower, and then when I come back to you, we're going to find out if we can do Stranger Things.
Maybe I just wanna see ya. I'll go anywhere to be there. Feels like I can fly.
sauces there. I went for a yoghurt and mint sauce, and Dan went for the banana ketchup from St. Lucia and English mustard. So this for me is like a typical mime dinner. The rice, if I was hungry, like a late night snack, this would be what you'd have cooking in the house. And Mum would always moan because it's such like a strong smelling rice, whether it's chicken or golden veg. And I'd always go for this. But I just said to Dan, how one bag they think serves 2 people? Like, it's probably because I portion control. However, veggie fingers I grew up on. I absolutely love them. I'm talking like when you used to go Iceland and get like crispy pancakes and the mini Bernard Matthews Kiefs and turkey dinosaurs. I wasn't really one for Twizzlers or the turkey Twizzlers. I wasn't really one for them.
Damn you, Jamie Oliver.
But crispy pancakes, the meat ones, they was life. Turkey dinosaurs and Bernard Matthews mini Kiefs. Oh, that with a bag of basmati rice. Yeah, I would have the whole bag of Kiefs as a kid. I've always loved my food. And then chicken fingers. I can't remember how I come across them. I think it was on like an Iceland 10 for £10 and they was just there to bulk out. And actually they're quite handy to have in there. So when it's fish cake night, we've got battered fish fingers in there, like chip shop battered ones. And there's also some scampi bites. So I feel that could be maybe for Sunday actually. So I know it's a no spend week, but it's a no spend week in the house. We're not buying any shopping because tomorrow we're actually down in London and with Mum. So we're out at Hard Rock tomorrow. And then Sunday we're at Thorpe Park, which will be back here. And I think maybe the fish night with the mustard mash peas and that.
Sounded good.
That will be our Sunday dinner, I think, once we're back. How you finding your...
Oh,
Good?
yeah.
Is it hitting the spot? Because I say we was quite hungry after that walk.
Yes.
I love this rice. This is like, I could eat rice upon rice.
I love this mustard.
But yeah?
Yeah.
Have you mixed it with the banana ketchup?
No.
You just... Oh. He said to me to taste it and I was like, oh no, I kind of like banana mustard ketchup. But it's all separate.
Yeah, you want it?
No, okay, thank you. I've got my yoghurt and mint dip. So, yeah, we're going to watch then the 10 restaurants at City Walk. And we'll have a look. What do you think? Oh my God, it's because there's a Hard Rock Cafe there. I've just realised that. I was going to say, what do you think my favourite food would be there?
I don't know. But everything's extravagant.
I would like to go to the Epcot place because I think it's got the thing like Turkey where all the food's from around the world.
Ask them a question about it.
Has anyone been to Orlando? Epcot? Just Orlando in general, like the theme parks, Disney and Universal. See, I don't think Disney's going to interest me. I think it'd be more Universal.
But you don't watch films.
What do you mean?
We only just watched Jaws. Have you ever seen E.T.?
Yeah,
You've seen that?
I've got that on DVD at Mum's. I
Right.
like TT. E.T. go home.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I think Jaws is mainly like a boys thing. Like, girls growing up wouldn't really watch Jaws. Did anyone else see Jaws growing up? I didn't.
Yeah, I know it's a dated film, but that terrified a generation. To turn around and say, like, going into the sea, all of a sudden, you jump in the water and you just hear... As soon as you heard that music...
I see Piranha.
Piranha? No. It all started with Jaws. Sorry.
Well, I have seen E.T. Okay, what's at Universal World then? Like, film-wise? Apart from Jaws.
Despicable Me? The Mummy? With Brendan Fraser?
I've seen The Mummy because they used to be on every
Yeah.
Christmas. Oh my God. Despicable Me I think is for children, so no, I haven't seen it. See, I think of Universal like...
Harry Potter?
Yeah. Can't lie, I would love to go to Hogwarts.
What else is there?
Jurassic World, Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Popeye?
No, I've never seen Popeye.
Transformers? Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, yes. Batman and all of that.
Going over onto Ireland and
Oh, that's
advert.
Marvel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Transformers, I did see one. Is it called Beetle or Bee?
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. I have seen that once. Mark Wahlberg was in it.
I think so.
And Shia LaBeouf.
That's it.
I have seen that. So, guys, who thinks Dan's trying to sway me away from the Caribbean next year and trying to take me to Orlando?
Me? Never.
Right. I'm saying this is a good old 90s dinner. It's quick and easy. It's cheap because all of this stuff is normally at the bargain shops, or your fingers are in your 10 for £10 at Iceland in the bargain aisle. What would you give it out of 10?
It's hitting the spot. I'll give it an 8.
I was going to say, you can't go wrong with it. So yes, let's see. And then probably next time I see you, we'll be back from Thorpe Park, so we can tell you all of the fun of that day. I was actually thinking of maybe doing a little vlog for the theme park, because we're actually off to Thorpe Park and Alton Towers within 2 weeks.
Hyperion better be bloody working.
I'm not sad if that ain't, because that is one roller coaster you'll never get me on.
You say, I reckon they could pressurise you into it.
No, I'm not getting pressurised into nothing.
From them, I reckon you would.
I've said to Dan the price for Hyperion. 2 weeks at the Hard Rock Maldives. So
No,
it's going to cost you 20 big ones.
you know what it is to want them.
Right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Well, no, I say not tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be with Mum. We will see you when we're having our fish night with a mustard mash. Catch you all up. I'll let you know what restaurant I think I'll like in Orlando, and we'll let you know about Thorpe Park. See you in a bit. Hello. It's fish cake night. We're not doing all the other bits and bobs with it because I'm not really hungry. We've come back from Thorpe Park and can't lie, guys, the rides were not as I remember them. To the point that one of them that I was semi-okay on last time actually made me full-blown cry. I hated it. And the one that I remember that I thought, oh, actually, I didn't mind that. Yeah, I didn't remember half of the stuff that he'd done. I genuinely feel like my brain switched off on the scary parts, and I just remembered the fun parts of this ride. And when I was on it, I was kind of like, ooh, this isn't quite fun. So I think I'd done 5. Dan done a few on his own. He done the Hyperia and Saw. You will never ever catch me on Hyperia. Saw, I just have such a bad flashback with that from when I done it last time. So I was kind of like, oh, no. But yeah, I was very surprised with Swarm, because I loved Swarm when I done it before. I think the big thing with that now, so there was a song, and I can't remember who sung it. I don't think, was it the Killers? And it was called The Swarm, and it was like, is this the end of the... And I genuinely feel like having that music, I liked the song, I was like not focusing on the actual ride, like the drops and that. And now you just have the helicopter noises, and I'm like, I'm now focusing on the drops. So yeah, that, I was kind of like, ooh. My favourite one probably today was Nemesis Inferno. That one, yes, it threw me upside down and I was a bit like, whoo, but it was okay. Colossus, absolutely not. Those seats, they need to do something with the seats. They are so uncomfortable, and when you're in them, the reason that I started crying, well, I started hyperventilating at first and then I started like full-blown sobbing, was because my head was getting thrown about everywhere. Dan was like, lean forward. I leant forward and my head hit the restraints. I tried to sit back in the chair and my head was bobbing and I was catching the restraints on the front. So yeah, Colossus isn't really a bit of me now. That and Saw are like no-goes. So yeah, I had a small portion of chips after Walking Dead because I come off, and now Walking Dead I liked last time.
I liked it again this time, but I think I hadn't eaten before then. I hadn't had a drink, I hadn't had any of my sugar. And I come off the ride and all of a sudden, like you're walking towards the exit and it's quite a fair little walk, and my mouth just filled with saliva, which is a sign for me I'm going to be sick. So I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm walking along and I'm like, Dan, I think I'm actually going to chunder. And for me, I think looking back on that, I think it was the strobe lighting, because my belly had been a bit upset in the morning, and then the lights and the strobes and everything like that, I was kind of like, oh no. So I quickly legged it to the ladies. Couldn't get anything up. It was just saliva, so I don't know if it was just like the feeling. Done a few retches, couldn't get nothing, so I thought, well, I'm not going to go too much, because the next thing, if I'm on another ride and no one wants that. The weather was on and off raining. You would not think we're middle of July and it was like pouring down at most points. So I was like, right, nope. Dan had a double Whopper at Burger King while we was waiting. We done a cinema screening. It was like a 4D thing, which sprayed you and got you wet. I didn't expect that, and flung you back in your cheek. I was like, okay. We done bumper cars. I loved a bit of bumper cars. That's like my childhood. However, the bumper cars now, I don't class them as bumper cars. They're very tame. When we went to firework display last year, there was bumper cars there. And that was the style that I know. And to Dan and the Litlands, they were like, that was like really fast and aggressive. And I'm like, that's how I remember bumper cars. So now, oh God, I don't know if they're not able to be as aggressive, but the ones at the fun fair are like, you're ramming each other full pelt, which is kind of what I like, to be honest. So yeah, we left, hit a little bit of traffic, so we detoured into town, grabbed a Starbucks. I got my iced tiramisu frappuccino in the living room. I've just got out of the shower. We've put the oven on. Dan has just peeled the tetties, so they're going to go on. We're having mustard mash, and shock, we are having English mustard. Dan loves English mustard, so we're having that at the moment. I've got the milk and the butter, and as I say, we're not having all the bits and bobs because I'm not really that hungry. Dan says he's not, but you might have a few snacks later on. So yeah, it will just be putting the fish cakes in, popping the tetties on, and then I'm going to have a little chill, and then we'll catch up with Thorpe Park. And also I'll catch up because Mum bought me and Dan a little treat each when we went down and saw her yesterday and stayed the night. So I was like, oh, thank you very much, Mother. But for now, let's get everything on boiling.
It's a small world in a big town. What are the odds I get to talk to you right now? Yeah, give me bad lines, give me butterflies, give me...
Right, the mustard is very yellow because we went English. And I can't lie, the size of the spoon that Dan put in was very questionable. I have a feeling it's going to be very spicy.
It's not.
Is it not?
No.
So I take it on and be like, whew. So these are the first. Kind of like, oh. If we ever have fish cakes, we have fresh ones. But Dan doesn't like fish cakes that have like a melt in the middle. These are not, these are just like your bog standard fish cakes. So I think, wow, Beard Meets Food, he's just put a new video up an hour ago and it's had 222,000 views in an hour. The hardest steak challenge he's done in years. Talking about the hardest thing done in years, as I say, today we was at Thorpe Park. How was your experience at Thorpe Park?
Loved it.
He was proper in his element, as I say. He'd done a few rides on his own because I was like, you're not catching me on some of them. Some of them I had PTSD. And then some that I actually remembered that I enjoyed, I didn't enjoy. So it just goes to show you can never like base things off one time, but that's the first time we've been back to Thorpe Park in over 2 years. So I've kind of gotten used to what I think of roller coasters being the ones at like Chessington and Legoland, which are obviously nothing like Thorpe Park. So yeah, I need to get accustomed, but it was, I done we actually done like 3 rides
Major rides.
within, what, the first 40 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Well within the first hour. So, first ride was Swarm. We was on in that maybe 15?
Yeah.
Then we went to Nemesis. I think that was 10 or 15.
Straight on.
Then we went on to Colossus, and that's just where it went downhill. Like, as I say, that's one thing I haven't done on a ride yet, and I've done that today, and that was full-blown cry on a ride, like pulling into the station, like, they must have thought, what the hell? I had my eyes open for about 2 spins, and then that was it. Closed, as I say, when we was in the kitchen chatting earlier. The head thing it's just not a bit of me. Dan said to put my head forward, which didn't help because then I was hitting the front end. Then I tried to like sit rigid back and my head was banging and then catching the front end of it. So that was just not. And the seats, like for Dan to get in and out being a tall person, horrendous. So Dan feels like the seats need a massive upgrade on that, didn't you?
Definitely.
But out of all of them, I still do feel the safest in Swarm. But I said I think my brain switched off because of the music last time.
Maybe.
And I think that's such a dead thing that they've done. They've took the music off.
Well,
They've just put helicopter sounds in it.
music that you like. That's
No,
what
but there
they
wasn't
make.
actually a song going around. It was just the, like, helicopter noises and sirens.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before, I'm like, is this the end of the world? Like, I'm focusing on the song and I'm not actually focusing, because I said to Dan, Swarm, I don't go upside down. And he was like, what? I was like, I don't go upside down in Swarm. He was like, yes, you do. And I'm like, my brain must have switched that part off. I was singing. So I genuinely feel like your brain switches off bits it doesn't want you to remember, but it remembers the good bits. And yeah, Hyperia is down to 1 cart, which reduced it, and at one point it was up to 140 minutes for a queue. Dan queued for 75 in a single rider queue. So yeah, I was just loving life, sitting there with a little portion of chips trying to get my bearings together. And then Ghost Train, we queued literally not even 5 minutes, which was lucky.
Yeah.
And they put an announcement saying it's shut, waiting for engineers, don't know how long. And that was already on a 40-minute wait, so we was like, nah. When they've done bumper cars, I was saying as well, they're not like bumper cars. I like the bumper cars at the fun fair where you proper full speed ram people. Like, that's my type of bumper cars. And then we done the thing which, what was it called? Because I said we watched a 4D cinema thing, Ready Player.
If anyone's seen the film Ready Player One, it's basically to do with computer games and that type of stuff. In
It was like a different world, wasn't it?
yeah, it's like is it the meta world? It's all about the computer thing anyway.
CGI stuff. But that was cool. But I said I didn't realise it was actually going to get me wet.
Yeah.
And then, while I remember, guys, because I did say, oh my goodness, I almost just smashed that. So, when we was at Mum's yesterday, because, we was in London, guys. Oh my God, trust me, I can't get my fat arm through that gap. We was in London yesterday, full Merlin again, because we're making the most of the passes before they expire. We went to London Dungeons. That's a bit of me. Like, that is me. Dan, on the other hand, no. But I love that. Like, the scare. They've also started to put the stuff at Thorpe Park for Fright Night. Started to get the mazes ready, didn't they? Or like the cabins that it goes in. So we was in London yesterday. We had the London Dungeons, which I loved. Didn't like the ride at the end though. I don't like drops. And I don't want to spoil it, but I will tell you the ride at the end, it drops you. So if you don't like drops, please, like, there is a thing where you can get out. And Dan was like, are you leaving? I'm like, well, I'm here now, but yeah, my photo in that, God, says everything. And then we went to do a witches tour, which we actually only ended up being the only people on this. We had like a private witches tour with a man dressed as a witch. Semi-rain around London, but it did start to brighten up. When we was waiting, it was absolutely bucketing it down. But when we was on the tour, it actually went quite dry, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then we went to the Hard Rock yesterday. So I was like, we're on a no spend challenge in the house, but we did have dinner out yesterday. And I've been to the Hard Rock with Mum at Old Park Lane. I haven't been to the Piccadilly one. Piccadilly one is very, very modern. Very kind of how I would feel they are in America. Quite different actually to the one in Reykjavik. Reykjavik was quite like traditional, I think.
Yeah.
It didn't have like techno lights and all of that. So it'd actually be cool to see how the Hard Rock is in Krakow as well when we go in the end of the year. But the food was lovely. Very, very nice, wasn't it?
Definitely.
Full 3 courses. We had a cocktail, 2 beers, 2 wines. It was a very, very good day. And there wasn't any problems on the tubes.
Yes.
The first time in probably, I'd say, the last 3 or 4 outings we've had up London where the tubes have been fine. But we got back to Mum's yesterday and we had 2 little bottles on our bed and I was like, oh! So she was like, I saw some bits and I picked them up. So for me, Mother picked up a Havana Club rum. I was like, oh, thank you. She said, well, I know you said you're running down the drinks cabinet, so I thought I'd help you stock it up. I was like, Mum, when I say we're running down the drinks cabinet, we still have the drinks trolley. Like, we've got a lot of stuff. But I'm never complaining. Like, there's always going to be drink in this house. And then for Dan, she got him a brand new whiskey to try, Buffalo Trace. So this, funny enough, we saw when me and Mum was in Harrods for the afternoon tea. And I was like, okay. I was like, I've seen this one about. And the man started speaking to Mum about it. So then she just went and picked it up. So you've got a new one. It's 40%, that one. Still quite a thingy. You've got a new whiskey and I've got a classic favourite rum to add to the collection. But what do you think of your fish cakes? These are your first frozen ones.
They're good.
Because they're not running in the middle. They're like a firm, compact one.
I can't lie. The other ones were better.
Yeah, the fresh ones.
Because did they have, is it Lagunda?
Laguna. So we had the prawn and spicy salmon.
Yeah,
These are like a traditional fish cake. This is just like cod and haddock with mashed potato and chives.
Okay.
Actually, I might try you on my homemade fish cakes.
I wouldn't say no.
I'll do big ones with salmon.
I'll give it a
Breadcrumbs, air fryer. But, as I say, it's literally making the most. I used up the beans in there because we had some green beans, so I've used that up. Peas. It just goes to show, like, you do a weekly shop and you leave bits, you actually can make meals out of your like odds and bobs that you left in. I'd give this a good little 8 out of 10. It does the job.
It's lovely. I'm not complaining.
No, you're pushing it down after a day of theme park riding, eh?
I am.
But I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Work.
Yes, unfortunately I have work. Dinner-wise,
I'm out.
what time are you back?
I don't know.
Are you eating out?
Yes.
Oh! Guys. I was going to do the pizza with homemade coleslaw.
Well, we wasn't.
I was. That's what I was going to do, coleslaw. Oh, well, I'm going to have dinner on my own tomorrow. You can see his face right now. He's like, I think I'll do me pizza salad and me coleslaw tomorrow for me.
Okay. I know there'll be some left over.
I'm going to do just one portion.
Do it. See, that's how spiteful you are.
I'm like, no, it's a no-week challenge. I'm being good here. But, okay, guys, it might just be a dinner for one tomorrow. Which, I'm not complaining because if you're right, I'm going to come in. I'm going to have a nice short walk. I've got to go and pick up some parcels. I'll come in. I'll jump in the shower. I'll do my coleslaw, let it brew and everything. Pop me pizza in. Chill with me book. And then when you come back, I'll be like, I've done me coleslaw.
Okay.
Look up here right now. But we're going to sit and watch Beard Meats Food Hardest Steak Challenge. He's done in years, and I cannot believe it's got 222,000. Like, I can't lie, the thumbnail is scary. That's a lot of food. So, yes, I will see you. I will see you tomorrow, guys. We won't worry about Dan tomorrow. I'll see you, okay? Oh, let's go. Oh, my God. You would not think we are in July. Guys, it is absolutely pelting it down. on the 20-something of July and it's like flash floods. I mean, it's watering the garden lovely, but so because of the weather, Dan's plans have changed, so he's home tonight. It was like, I can have the coleslaw. I'm like, oh, I bet you can. So, pepperoni pizza, and I'm going to do my coleslaw with a bit of salad, and I'm going to see if he wants some rice. So we need carrots. I don't actually know. I'm going to have to check if this salad's okay. If not, it will just be the coleslaw. So we've got carrots, we've got half an onion, cabbage, and then what we need for the coleslaw, Dijon, and then the rest of it is just cupboard stuff. So yeah, looking at this, I actually feel like this has blown. It's only 2 days out of date. Salad really doesn't last, does it? Right, change of plan. We're going to have the coleslaw. Good job. I have plenty of, rice pouches, because rice is life. So, let's have a look. What have we got in here? We'll do 1 rice pack, because 1 rice, 2 portions, even though it's not really 2 portions, it's freaking tiny, but I'll do a good bit of coleslaw. So I just need to get honey, apple cider vinegar. I need my big bowl, which I have here, and then I'll marry up me things. Let's put the oven on for pizza. Traffic actually wasn't too bad. I did think, because of the weather, I thought, oh my god, it's going to be absolutely horrendous, but it wasn't too bad. So let's pop you there. Yeah, as I say, Dan's plans changed. So he was like, home. I'm like, okay, well, I'll do the cabbage. I will, do half of this with, I think, 3 or 4 carrots. I need apple cider vinegar, which is, where's my apple cider? There it is. I need olive oil, which is, everything's getting moved in my cupboards. I actually need to clean my cupboards because I don't like it being moved around. Everything just gets chucked back in there, and I'm like, I've got my little dolly. That's where everything goes. Right, honey, which I need that to kind of decrystallise. We have salt, pepper, apple cider, mustard. I just need the oil, and I don't seem to have olive oil, which is a bloody bummer. So I'm thinking the only other alternative, sunflower or vegetable, neither of them are going to work. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little smidgen of garlic oil. That's what we're going to do. So yes, the weather, not vibing with it. My lovelies are really not vibing with it. It's just horrible. I think, how is it like this? This isn't even an onion. It's a pomegranate. Let's actually get an onion, and then I can make coleslaw.
Anything, 'cause I'm down for you right now. Yeah. I said, hey you, if I'm being honest, I've been stalking you a bit, hoping you'd see me, and maybe you wanted to give this one a try and take me high. Maybe you just wanna see ya. I go anywhere if you be there. It feels like I can
Don't like this one. This is one that Dan uses. I don't like that. I like me little. Don't tell me he's broke this. Oh, I was gonna say. I feel like the little potato one he broke. If you remember the potato head one, don't be breaking the carrot one as well. So now I just grate the carrot in. take the skin off, grate the carrot in. I do the onion last because we all know it's going to make me cry. I've got the water on to boil for the rice. And then I will pop the pizzas in. And then while that's all cooking away, this will have the dressing on, go in the fridge. I am going to make a big batch because I'll actually do some. So tomorrow when we have the bowie buns and the little like prawn freezer bits and soy rice, we can have some coleslaw with it. But as I say, this mustard vinaigrette coleslaw, Dan makes me do like at least once a week now. He loves it. So I'm like, okay, pop the pizzas in. I will then quickly jump in the shower. And then I should all be freshened up, ready to dish up dinner. So that is the plan. Fingers crossed. So someone is here for their coleslaw. We ended up last night, we watched a channel, Wesley someone, and they was documenting about the Epping riots. And I can't believe the police force of this country. Can you hear that thunder as well? We're in the middle of like a storm. But the police were basically mowing down people. Don't get us wrong, the ones that are like smashing up the vans and all that, that's, you're always going to get that, unfortunately. People are always going to take it too far. But it did actually start off really peaceful, weren't it? Mm-hmm. And then they let the do-gooders, and I get that people say, oh, there's a good and a bad, but I don't see how then people can be counter-protesting what that thing done. That's being very polite, the thing. And then when you see them, and they're getting asked, like, why are you here? Why are you supporting this? Like, you condone it. Oh, they don't want to talk. Yeah, when the police are there, they will grab it away. That one bird, she had a big voice when the police were there. Once they're gone, mate, she was standing at the back of the picket line. But, yeah, now we're just watching a thing on Talk TV. It's a thing with Jeremy Kyle. I didn't even know he was still about, old Jeremy.
I didn't.
And they're just, like, discussing where they think these will escalate to. But you watch videos like this and you just think, how is this in England? Like, how? And they can't just say it's thugs, because there's like women there, there's elderly people there. And I always said before the end of this decade I'd see a civil war, and they've just said that on there, ain't it? Mm-hmm. And they said it won't be like a civil war like you have two sides and they fight with swords like in the olden days, but it will be a lot of conflict, a lot of protesting like this, and it will be like the country will just fold in on itself. And
thank you, Keir Starmer.
I think on the next election there's going to be a big change. I think people have had enough now. Mm-hmm. But yes, as I say, the rocket had turned, so no salad, so I substituted it with chicken rice. But how's your coleslaw?
It's okay. Not as good as without the red cabbage.
Yeah, it's very, I said to him, it just looks very odd. Normally the red cabbage in it, but we're on no spend. Mm-hmm. We can't just pop out and grab a red cabbage. Bit of fake. But I love this. I don't normally have coleslaw because of the mayo. And I found a recipe for the mustard vinaigrette, which Dan saw today, and he was like, is that it? I was like, it's not a lot of ingredients. You can make as little or as much of it. You can make it as vinegary as you want. You can make it as sweet as you want with the honey. You can make it as mustardy as you want. I kind of just do a little bit of everything, so it's kind of even. But I do need to get some olive oil. But what's on the TV for tonight? I don't know. We've just been watching a bit of YouTube at the minute, haven't we?
Yeah.
Finch Clarkson's Farm. Nothing else really has caught our eye. No. Oh, I know that. Sean went to Alton Towers. Obviously they shut a lot because of the weather. But he said there was a lot of riot closures before the weather turned bad. Oh. So he weren't happy.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Or I see there was a food challenge, but talking of food, little pizza, rice and coleslaw. It's nothing fantastic, but I'll still give it a 7.5. It hits the spot.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do bowie buns with the prawns. I'm going to do a soy rice, and we'll have the rest of the coleslaw like an Asian slaw. Yeah. Right. We will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully, oh my god, that's actually torrential. Hopefully the weather's a bit better for June. And not like, I can't lie, this though, this is making me want to do like a pumpkin chai latte.
Not autumn?
But this is our autumnal weather.
Well, it's not, it's raining. Just because it's raining doesn't mean it's autumn.
Guys, help me out here, autumn's on the way, right? Sorry, my lovelies. You haven't actually seen anything of tonight's cooking. Even though there weren't actually any cooking, we've just got the coleslaw from yesterday and then some bowie buns, which I thought was from Easter, but they're actually from Christmas. Let's pull you down a bit. It's been a very busy day. Traffic was horrendous, but I come back, I've done a fresh set of nails, and then Dan sorted out dinner. So we have the ones with the red bows on are prawn, and then the plain ones are garlic from what I remember. The prawns was from Sainsbury's, and the garlic ones I believe was from Asda. So you just steam them up and then they are all good to go. But yeah, no rice tonight because I thought there's still quite a lot of coleslaw which we've used up. And I'm thinking tomorrow I'll do the tuna spaghetti and broccoli tomorrow while the broccoli is still thingy. Oh.
Have they come out?
Hot. Oh. The white ones are garlic.
I can smell that.
And the ones with the bows on are prawns. We're starting the Vikings now. Why is it that the Christmas party food is always the best food? Why can we not get these all year round?
Because they've been thinking about it all year, haven't they?
This is why I need another freezer for the back. And then now we have the ones from Sainsbury's. These are the prawn ones. Not what I was expecting. Dad doesn't really have bowie buns. Go and watch Vikings or jump in the shower. What do you think?
Okay. Give it a 7.
Yeah. I always think coleslaw tastes better the day after as well because it's had a day to ferment. A bit more punchy with the mustard, but yeah, we're going to start Vikings now. Then we're going to start Stranger Things after the holiday, I think, ready for the new season. But quick and easy dinner, guys. You will see me tomorrow. Russing up the tuna spaghetti because I've got a little bit of filming to do when I get in. But yeah, had to do a new set of nails and my tootsies, so chew out. I don't think these meals are too bad. For stuff that I probably would have just kept in and we just would have pushed to the back of the freezer and bits, actually using it up, and a no spend week, we are still on track with. See you tomorrow. Hello my lovelies. Oh, Danny's sorting dinner tonight. I've just finished filming and we're going to try and get, it's only a quick dinner, but we're going to try and get it sorted to watch some more episodes of the Vikings. But, you okay? Oh, do you want me to undo the tuna?
Nope.
We've got tuna spaghetti tonight. You probably would have seen... I can do that, darling. You probably would have seen in some clips from Dan that I will put in after this, but it's just tuna.
Special.
Everyone loves your clips when you do little things on the cooking.
I wouldn't.
What?
They're normally taking the biscuit.
Well, some of the things I have to mute his voice out because they might be a little bit X-rated or rude, but majority of the time it is funny time. So we have broccoli on, spaghetti on, Dan has chopped the onion, we've got the wonky peas. So we are literally gonna, there's nothing special about this, guys. We've got broccoli as a side, we've got the fresh spaghetti. Oh, what time have we got going there?
One of them for 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. And we've got an onion going in. We're chucking it all together. We've got some sweet chilli sauce. Actually, did you want sweet chilli or did you want Caesar? They was the dressings.
I've already put it in.
You've already put it in?
I've already put it in.
Oh, okay then. Right, it is sweet chilli then. So we are going to bish bash wash this out. You will see Dan's clips in a moment. And then we will sit down and give you a little verdict before we start more Vikings. Because this one wants 2 episodes. Oh, we need to put a battery in the clock.
So Shan's upstairs filming. And I've been left in charge. I may have used too much pasta, but I'll get shouted at either way. Whoops. And that goes. We'll try again. This stinks. But anyway, 2 tins, Christ.
I just wanna keep this feeling. It's you can't take me. You can't take me.
Day. And you know what? I think we've done bloody good for this no spend challenge. Tonight is Indian night. It is the last night. We've just got in from a walk. It's just gone 7 o'clock. We've had a lovely little walk around the marina. So it is my protein meal. So I love these. You can get Chinese ones as well. As I say, from Iceland, you can get them 8 for 30 quid when they're on offer. And you have chicken tikka masala with yellow rice and gunpowder spiced vegetables. So I feel like it's going to be quite spicy. But we're also having them with a little bag of mini poppadoms. So I need to put you up here because it's going in on the microwave. But yes, we've got a lot to catch up on. We've done a couple of theme parks this week. And guys, your girl's actually found a roller coaster that she likes, and I found out it's getting shut. So that's just my luck, ain't it? So Dan's in the shower. I'm going to pop his in. I will jump in the shower and pop mine in, and then we will sit down. And before we start to tuck in and carry on watching Vikings, we will see how we find with this. The Indian banquet, 494 calories. Probably a hell of a lot less calories than what I had when I done it with the mukbang with Mum, which you will see, I think it's the next video. Yeah. This and realised we haven't done an outro. So Dan is packing some things away for a video that you will see, I think it's next week it's going up.
Sunday.
So is it Sunday? I think I may have changed the filming to the following weekend. I'll have to double check.
Okay.
Because in amongst, guys, this vlog, my laptop corrupted. Yes. I turned it off and had all of my content. Turned it on and the content was gone. And I sat for 45 minutes on the phone to Apple support and they couldn't fix it. There was a corruption through a download when we was at Alton Towers that paused on the iCloud and it wiped my calendar. So now what I've been doing for the past few days is trying to remember everything I had planned to film. And do you think your girl can remember half of it? No.
Half of it?
Half of it? It's definitely a struggle, but I'm getting there. So it has been very eventful. When you guys last saw us, we'd come back from Thorpe Park and I was like to you, whoo, no. We actually have been to Alton Towers as well. And your girl can actually say she has found 2 rides that she actually enjoys. And one of them they're closing to build a car park. So, just my luck.
I'm not happy with that.
Just my luck. We went to Alton Towers and I done Galactica and Nemesis Reborn twice. So I do actually have, I thought while we're on it, because we were still talking about Thorpe Park and everything, and also the restaurants at Orlando, I definitely feel Hard Rock is going to be like mine and Dan's favourite if we was to ever go there. And in terms of Stranger Things, I don't know how many episodes were in Stranger Things, but we started Vikings and it's 89 episodes. Yeah, we didn't think that through, guys. So, yeah. That's a little bit, it's going to be a long one, let's just say. But before we talk about the food, I thought actually I'm going to show you guys what I got. So, as you know, my rule for like roller coasters and that, I can only get something of the merch if I do the ride. So I got a Nemesis Reborn magnet. I actually also got a Nemesis t-shirt, which is upstairs because I've already worn it. But it's actually my first part of like theme park clothing, because I normally just get a magnet and a pen or something. But I did actually get a t-shirt of Nemesis. It's like a black cropped one with the logo. Very, very cute. And then I got this Galactica magnet, which the man said was brand new. I can't lie, they didn't have a lot on the Galactica merch stand, which...
I think if they get rid of it, they're not going to do a lot, are they?
But I don't think they need to get rid of it. They just... It's apparently because it doesn't fit the mould of that area. So just paint it black and red and let it be dark and fit the mould, but...
Yeah, it was like... They should do something like King Kong versus Godzilla type of...
Yeah. Just keep it there, because it's the only theme park in England that does that with the seats.
That's it. Tilts you forward, so it gives you the essence that you're
flying.
Oh, yeah.
As I say, the first time on both of the rides, I was a bit like gripping on for dear life. However, at the end of Galactica, I did like put my hands up for the picture. I was flying, and then the first time on Nemesis, I was kind of like, "Ooh, right, that was fast." But then I was like, "Okay, we'll do it again," and I think we'll try and get back. Definitely before Galactica goes, we'll try and get down there.
I hope so.
A few more times. I've already been looking into the hotels and what's nearby and that. We need to just sort out what we can do to get back there. Because that's just sod's law, right? I actually find one I like. Like, I thought I liked Swarm at Thorpe Park, and then that's thrown me completely off now because there's no music and I'm actually focusing on the drop. Whereas Galactica, there's not really music or anything with that ride, is it? It's just like you're flying and you have the illusion. Dan didn't tell me it went upside down backwards at first, and when I'm standing there and I'm watching people go past, I'm like, they're on their back. That's spinning. Didn't tell me this. So I was very quiet the first time. In my head I was going, I'm ziplining. I'm ziplining. You're in St. Lucia, you're ziplining, you're absolutely fine. First time with Nemesis, however, we got in there, was queuing up into the station. The man says to us, how many? We're like, oh, 2. All right, no worries. You're on. I was like, I had no time to preempt. I had no time to like psych myself up. We was in.
Bear in mind,
and off.
We've walked all the way through the queue line, all the way down past. Did we have to wait for them to be like where the fast passes are?
But no, because we was the last ones before they cut off for the fast pass. It was basically a walk on.
It was a walk on.
We went number 7, and that was like the one from the back, weren't it? And I was like, all right. And then we see 2 spaces and Dan goes to the man, are we on? He's like, yeah. I'm like, But yes, I have actually found 2 rides that I like. So very different to our thought park chat earlier of me going, ooh, no. I picked up from the gift shop as well because they had like an American candy section. So I got some Cocktail Classic jelly beans and watermelon. I've also got Mum some for her birthday. We've got her peanut butter and jelly, so she will be happy with that. And then, as I say, because it is a rule, I don't get gifts unless I've done the ride, which I can't lie, Oblivion and Smiler have really good freaking merch. Smiler has this big sippy cup, and I'm like, I've got my eye on it, and I'm like, but that side of the park, Oblivion and Smiler, I need to really psych myself up with. Like, I'm chuffed that I've done Galactica and Nemesis Reborn and not passed out or had a crying fit.
Yeah.
But that side of the park, I need to build myself up for that. And my reward will be a Smiler sippy cup. Bright yellow. Oblivion, I'm not too sure. I didn't really look at that merch too much because it just all has arrows down. And I'm like, it's kind of ruining the vibe. It might be a glass or a mug. We did see the biggest mug ever. If you guys have been Alton Towers, they have a jumbo mug. And when I tell you jumbo, what's that? Easily 3 cups of tea in one.
3.
It was huge.
I reckon that's a kettle emptier.
Honestly, it was huge. So when we last went, Dan picked up a Smiler glass, didn't you? You got the yellow one. So I was like, I'm getting a Nemesis one because I've done Nemesis. Yay. So I did actually get 3 Nemesis products. I got the magnet, the t-shirt and this. I only got 1 of Galactica. And then we have found a new favourite ride, which is the Curse of Water Manor. And I've got a tradition over there. When I do certain rides, we get snow globes. And this ride was done 3 times. So we've got another snow globe. And it is Emily. So that can go up with Mandrill Mayhem. So we've got another little snow globe to add to the collection. But, I mean, what we are actually here for is the food. That is what we was actually here to talk about. But I'm just kind of giving you guys like a lowdown of what has been going on. Because when I was editing this back, we was talking about Orlando, we was talking about theme parks. And I was like, I actually haven't caught you guys up on any of it. I do apologise. But I think we've done actually really well for our no spend food challenge.
Yeah.
Guys, if you could just see what Dan was doing. When you see the video, you'll know what he's doing. But we're just trying to...
Leave me alone.
It's getting things out of packaging to then trying to get things back in the packaging.
But I'm lucky well.
There is a video upcoming, as I say, I can't remember if it's going to be this week or next week. That is fully Dan. Fully Dan. I had no idea until I see a DPD man on my doorstep with a ginormous parcel that when I asked Dan what it was, he said, I actually don't know. And I'm like, If you have any ideas or thoughts what Dan could have done, please do let me know. But is the camera in the way? Do you need a
I'll
full...
put it out of the way, please.
But, to be honest, right, this week I thought, we ain't really got anything in the house. It's surprising what you can rustle up with your bits that you have. Like, I genuinely feel like we could do another week no spend because the cupboards are still full. So, like, sauces, you've got your pasta and all that. The fridge and freezer is bare now, so it would probably just be living off of pasta and sauce and noodles. But I don't think we've done too bad. What would you say your favourite meal was? He is here, guys. Like, I'm not just talking to myself. He's deep in thought.
Can you remind me of what we had? Did we have fish cakes?
Yeah.
There we go. That was my favourite.
I tell you one that did make me laugh when I've been editing back is Dan Cam on the tuna pasta.
Oh. Dan Cam.
You need me to hold that?
Okay.
I mean, shorten it a bit. There you go. It's on the end. We had the tuna spaghetti. We had fish cakes. We had the My Protein meals, which they've gone off a bloody offer on Iceland now. I'm quite annoyed, so I'm going to have to wait until that gets back on offer. I really like the fingers and rice night. I can't lie. That's such like a 90s dinner for me. Savoury rice, veggie fingers and chicken fingers. Done, dusted, bish, bash, bosh.
I didn't actually mind that because that's when we was using the different sauces.
That's it.
I enjoyed that.
And then we had the pizza with the coleslaw.
I'm going to stick with the first one.
You like your fish cakes, didn't you? For them being frozen ones,
they weren't too
I'll
bad.
definitely, as long as it's not melt in the middle, that's the ones you don't like.
That gooiness, man.
And then, of course, we had the Indian banquet last night, and
no, you can keep that.
you're not a fan of that, are you?
Nope.
We've had the Chinese one before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Chinese ain't too bad. Dan's just not really an Indian food fan.
Nope.
You've not really had much of it though, have you?
Nope.
See, that's why, guys, when you see the mukbang, I tell you now, it's a curry. Me and Mum was having a girls' night, and I was like, I really fancy a curry. She was like, get a curry. And I had all my trimmings, my samosas, my pakora. I loved life. Me and Mum had a good night. You guys will see the mukbang actually tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't think it's been too bad. For a no spend, it was all edible, and it just actually goes to show you what you have lurking in the freezer, especially, to just make a random dinner out of it. But I can't lie, I am very much craving, I saw it on Facebook earlier, a breakfast for dinner.
What?
You remember I do a full English for a dinner? I can't lie, it's a banging one. So I'd have my sausage, bacon, black pudding, egg, mushrooms, hash brown or waffles, some toast, beans. I feel that could be on the cards for next week. I might do a brekkie for dinner.
I'm not going to moan at that.
No?
As long as I could do the mushrooms.
Okay, yeah, oh, we actually did have your mushrooms this time. We've normally had your mushrooms in each of the weeks.
Well, you're missing out, clearly.
We have actually been really engrossed in the Vikings. I didn't realise we hardly checked in with you after actually we was eating, because we are fully engrossed, and the fact that there's 89 episodes, yeah.
Now I feel like I've got to put a proper shift in to actually get through these.
It's a lot. It's easily 2 a night. And that's still 40 nights. I mean, we have got a few spare evenings and weekends. I feel like one of them is actually just going to be a beach festival. But yeah, so I have new roller coaster merch. I mean, who is she? Roller coaster merch. I can't lie, actually, I've just been sitting here thinking the Smiler also did have a tracksuit. Now, I ain't normally a tracksuit gal, but I saw it and I'm kind of like, the black and the yellow.
I am so good when I go into these places. I could just be like, I've not even got a dog, but I actually find the dog collars even funny. Even they got like the little Smiler dog section. You're like, that actually does look pretty cool. Do you have a dog? No. Do you want to get it? Yeah.
Well, if we did get a pet, we've got something in there already for it.
Nah, that's going. Sorry. Nah, fuck that.
But yeah, the fact that I've actually found one, and also, guys, if any of you guys have Merlin passes, what would you say is your favourite attraction out of them all? Whether it is the theme park, whether it's out from London. Has anyone done anything from Blackpool? We keep getting hounded. We need a trip to Blackpool. Is it worth it? I would actually trust that guy's opinion before we make the long trek.
Yeah, all I've heard from it is, oh my god, it's so expensive.
Oh.
Make it worth it.
Is it really?
Apparently. This is what I can only tell you what I've heard.
Guys, if anyone has done like the Blackpool Pleasure Beach and the Blackpool... Well, the Pleasure Beach is the roller coaster park, ain't it?
Yeah.
If anyone's done that, let us know. If anyone's done the Warwick Castle on it, please do let us know. And do you think they're worth renewing? Ours have actually expired as of yesterday, so we don't quite know whether to renew it or to potentially put the money that you would use to renew Merlin, but to put it aside and use it for day tickets to the other attractions. There's ones, Pleasurewood Hills, Drayton Manor, Flamingo Land, like the ones that aren't Merlin in the UK. Do you think they're worth buying tickets and going to, or do you think just stick with the ones that are within the Merlin? So, yes, I just thought I'd come on and say, do an outro, because I've been editing and realised girl didn't do an outro, as always. My favourite meal, I would say, of the week is probably actually the pizza. The pizza and coleslaw, or the fingers and rice night. I'm such a 90s baby, but yes, that is the 7 dinners for 0 this week. I've started planning for autumnal and Christmas content, guys. Where the hell is the year gone? Because I've wiped, the calendar's gone, and I'm putting it in, I'm thinking, what do I normally do? Because that calendar had 5 years worth on it. So I knew at like certain times of the year, right, that's a repeat, that's a repeat, that's a repeat. I've lost all of that, so I need to remember what the hell I've got to repeat. So if anyone has any suggestions or any memories that I may forget, anything you remember through autumn and winter, which is like a staple video that we always do, please do let us know. But yeah, Danny's going to be up and down doing pictures of everything he needs to. It will all be self-explained in an upcoming video. You guys will see when it's up there. Not too sure when, as again, because me calendar is gone. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below, and leave us a comment. What was your favourite meal? Do you have like these 90s dinners? If so, what would your 90s dinners be? Or is it maybe an 80s dinner? What decade, what generation are we talking here? My lovelies, take care, stay safe as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!